For week 18, we discussed the lats, Teres Major, and the QL. Starting with the lats, its origin is the thoracolumbar atherosis. So we're just going to hover over that lower back. The posterior iliac crest. So finding the posterior iliac crest and then dropping directly behind it here. The last 3 to 4 ribs. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. And the spinous processes of the last 6 thoracic vertebrae. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is the spinous processes of 6 through 12. And then finally it also originates on the inferior angle of the scapula here. That bottom pointy piece of the scapula. It inserts at the intertubercular groove of the humerus, or the bicipital groove. So if we were to put this in an anatomical position, that bicipital groove or that intertubercular groove will be front and center here at the very top. Its actions. It extends the shoulder, so we're bringing the arm back. It adducts the shoulder, so if I'm starting outwards here, I'm going to add the shoulder to the body. And then it also immediately rotates the shoulder, so you can think scarecrow, you can think M, or you can rotate your arms inward and having your palms facing down. Next is the Teres Major. Its origin is the inferior and lower third of the lateral border of the scapula. So here around the lateral border, this also includes the inferior angle, and then the lower third of the lateral border here. Its insertion is the crest of the lesser tubercle. To find that lesser tubercle, making sure we're in an anatomical position, finding that bicipital groove, the lesser tubercle is going to be on the medial side of that, and then the crest will be directly underneath it. And its actions. It extends the shoulder, so bringing the arm back. It adducts the shoulder, so we're adding the arm to the body. And then it also immediately rotates the shoulder. And then finally we have the Quadratus Lumborum, or the QL. Its origin is the posterior iliac crest. Again, if we find that iliac crest and then fall back, we will be on its posterior side here. Its insertion is the last rib and the transverse processes of L1 to L4. So this is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then its actions. It laterally tilts the pelvis, so we are lifting one side of it as like a hip hiker. And then it laterally flexes the vertebral column. So if I'm contracting the right, I'm going to bend to the right.